Welcome everyone to our Yoga for Everybody Skills and Self-Care session. My name is Skyla Ramirez. Let's get started by standing with our feet at about the width of the hips to work on stabilizing the low back. Go ahead and bring the hands down in front of you. And let's start with a big inhale, up and overhead, flying the arms up and around, clasping through the palms. And then exhale, release those hands down to the side and bring them in front of the body again. Moving from the shoulder and the rotator cuff. Inhale, bring it out and around, palms pressing together at the top of the head, and then take it down and around, letting the palms press low. Two more like this. Inhale, open and press, look up, open the throat. Exhale, take it down and around, pressing through the palms. Just one more, big breath in. And then exhale down. From wherever you are, step that left foot back, a casual stride. Bring the hands to the heart and bend the right knee. As we inhale, let's straighten that right leg. Maybe even lift both hands up to the sky. Big breath in, pulling up through the ribs and the chest. Exhale, swan dive, taking the hands down beside you. Push the hips back, working on strengthening our low back here. Pull the muscles up in the pelvic floor to continue to provide hip and spine support. Let's take our hands onto the right thigh. Keep pressing the hips back. And while you're here, draw in a big inhale. And then exhale, relax forward. Relaxing the upper and lower back. Let's shake the head, yes. And turn the head left and right. When you're ready, bend the right knee, slowly push away from the thigh. Inhale, both arms come up. Big breath in. From here, draw the hands down to the heart. Let's dig a little more into the hip today by stepping at center, with the feet at the width of the pelvis bones. Taking the left foot behind the right foot. For now, both legs are straight. Start to gently bend just the right knee so that you're leaning over to the right with the right knee bent. Left leg is straight. Let's take our right hand to the right hip. Inhale, circle just that left arm up. Holding on to 100 helium balloons. Inhale, reach. Left leg is straight. The stretch goes all the way from the outer arch on the left foot, all the way through the left armpit and the fingertips. One more big breath, reach. And now exhale, bring that left hand to the hip. Stepping forward with the feet at the width of the pelvis bones, hands to the heart, stepping the right foot back. Keeping a healthy bend in that left knee. Inhaling the arms straight up and overhead, warrior one. Option to straighten that left leg, or it's an alternative expression of triangle, just a little different. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive about halfway down, pushing the hips back, keeping a gentle bend in that left knee. Pull the muscles up in the pelvis. Let both hands down onto that left thigh. Big breath in place. Exhale, relax forward, relaxing the head and neck, shaking out the head and the neck. Breathe out from the throat. Let's come up halfway, keeping a gentle bend in that left knee. Reverse swan dive, coming all the way up, hands to the heart, stepping forward. Feet are again at the width of the pelvis bones. Keeping our knees soft, let's slide the right foot behind the left foot, straightening both legs, standing tall, just sort of checking in with our center of gravity. When your body is ready, hands to the hips, bending the left knee, our left hip is dropping, and the stretch is pushing into that right hip, stretching from that outer arch of the right foot all the way up into the hip and armpit. Inhale, circling the right arm up, reaching towards the sky. At the top of the inhale, exaggerate that reach. Big breath in. Exhale, the muscles retract just a little bit. One more big breath in, opening up. And then exhale, lower that hand down. Shifting forward, taking both feet to the width of the pelvis bones, establishing neutral hips. Let's inhale the arms straight up overhead. Exhale, bring the palms around, palms facing up as we reach forward at shoulder height, pushing the hips back, coming into chair pose. Imagine a yoga block between your knees, pull the muscles up in the pelvis. Inhale, sweep it back, reach it up. Exhale, back and around again. Palms are up, hips press back, squeezing the inner knees and thighs towards each other. One more. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, back and around. Hips back, knees squeezing in, extending through the arms. Inhale, bring the arms up. Nice big breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, let's take our fingertips behind the head. We're working on our shoulders and chest today, clearing out the lungs and working with lymphatic drainage here. As you inhale, open up those elbows and pull the ribs up. It's an exaggerated back bend with the head supported by the hands. Big inhale. Exhale, ground the spine. Pull the tailbone under, flattening the low back, creating a C shape with the spine, a lot like an abdominal crunch sensation. Inhale, pull those elbows up, stand tall, open, lift the ribs, big inhale. And then the opposite, softening, let the breath go, and round the spine. Two more, big inhale, open up, hips go back, lift through the chest, open the throat, keep the head supported. Exhale, rounding through the low back and upper back, contracting the belly. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale, contract. Relax the hands to the thighs. From here, push the hips back. Standing cow, squeezing the kidneys and the adrenal glands. We use this to flush out the kidneys. Big inhale. And now exhale, lower the belly towards the thighs, gently guiding our spine down, eventually relaxing the head and neck, forward fold. So we went from squeezing the kidneys to now stretching the kidneys. Forward folds are used to combat adrenal fatigue and chronic fatigue. Let's shake the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Breathe from the throat. From here, walk the hands up to the shins or thighs. Start flattening the back again. Slowly walk the hands up. Easy does it so our blood pressure stays happy. Let's stand at neutral, touch the big toes together, and leave a little bit of space between the heels. So for me, I maybe have about like an inch between the heels, or like the size of a silver dollar. As we inhale, let's bring those arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Gently begin twisting at your waist towards the right. Then bend the knees and push the hips back. Maybe putting the right hand on the left thigh. Maybe taking the left hand to the hip. We are in a twisting chair pose, and we're touching the toes together, so we open that outer hip and back a little more. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Big breath in, reaching up. Exhale, slowly twist to the right, hands to the heart. Push the hips back. Bring the left hand to the right leg, right hand to the right hip. Looking over the right shoulder in our twisting chair expression. Inhale, bring this up. Let's do it just a little faster with the breath to limber up the hips. Exhale, twist to the left, bend the knees, keep the hands either close to the chest or support those hands on the spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. One more each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right twist. Inhale, reach up. Keeping the toes close together, step the left foot back, bending the right knee, adding in that twist to the right again, pushing the hips back as we're twisting to the right, looking over the right shoulder, working with strengthening the neck and spine mobility. Option to straighten that right leg and then maybe bend it again, allowing the weight to shift forward and back. Maybe put the right hand on the right hip or left hand to the thigh to give some additional support to the spine. Hold the little bend in the right knee, push into the inner blades of the feet. Maybe explore the pose with an exhale, coming down a little more. That left hand can be above the right knee or below the right knee, just avoiding any direct pressure on the kneecap itself. From here, as we inhale, we're drawing that right shoulder back, maybe twisting a little more, holding it there when we exhale. 2 more easy breaths here. We are really stretching across the low back and hips. 1 more. Add a deeper bend to that right knee to slowly come out of that twist. From neutral, let's reverse swan dive the arms, reach it up, traditional warrior 1. Stepping forward with the toes touching, bringing the palms together, stepping our right foot back this time and bending the left knee. From here, we're twisting towards the left. Maybe we bend and straighten the leg just a little bit, checking in with that left knee, finding that sweet spot for the stretch. If you have tight calves, maybe keep the knee bent. That bent knee is going to stretch the calves and it's easier on the back. The straight leg is going to give you more of a hamstring stretch. Continuing to twist towards the left, pushing the hips back. Maybe we put our right hand on the left thigh and the left hand by the low back as we continue to twist towards the left, pressing into the inside arches of the feet, pulling the muscles up in the pelvic floor for pelvis support. Inhale, roll that left shoulder back, and maybe look up to the left. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, slowly bend the left knee. Let's bring that spine to neutral with the hands. Keeping a healthy bend in that left knee, reverse swan dive, both arms up. Palms together, palms coming down to the heart. Neutral position mountain, taking the feet to the width of the pelvis bones. From here, inhaling just the right arm straight up overhead. Reaching with that right arm up, take the left arm down. Imagine you're reaching for the outside of your left foot. So we're stretching the outer hip, but we're also stretching from the outside of that right foot through the hip to the ribs and armpits again. Look over to the left. Inhale, lift up a little more out of that right armpit. 1 more big breath. And then exhale, bring it down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left arm up. Reaching up with the left hand. Reaching down with the right fingertips. Shift the weight into the outside of the left foot. Inhale, pull out of that left armpit. Let's turn our head to the right. Focus on the breath and focus on lengthening out from the arch of the left foot all the way to the left fingertips, reaching the ceiling. 1 more big breath. Exhale, both hands come down. Let's take our feet out wider than the hips. From here, picking up our right toe and turning it out to the side, keeping our left toes forward. The feet are perpendicular in this foundation. Let's bend and straighten that right knee just a couple times, checking in with the knee joint, making sure that it has an opportunity to find a happy spot. At some point, straightening that right leg, keeping the softness in that joint. One of the most common problems that can arise from this is knee pain, especially when the joint locks out. So just check in and keep it soft. Let's let those hips sway back to the left. Reach out with the right arm, palm facing down, as if you're trying to lift the right armpit over the right knee joint. This helps us to maintain neutral spine. Let's take our right hand, place it down on the right thigh, or pass that kneecap all the way to the right shin. Tuck the left fingertips into the low back. Traditional triangle pose here. Rolling that left shoulder back, pressing the right shoulder forward, and then maybe reaching straight up to the sky. That's the final layer of our traditional triangle pose. We can look up, very traditional, but also this is working against gravity, so it can be strenuous. Experiment with the position of your head and neck, looking forward, maybe looking down at the floor. Now this is all about the lower body, so the neck and the head can gaze really anywhere, since the essence of the pose is about opening through the legs, the trunk, and the shoulders. Big inhale and exhale. Holding one more time, holding this pose a little longer than the others. And exhale. Let's lower that left hand to the hip, bending the right knee, pushing off the right leg to come up. Let's turn that right toe in, then pivot on the left heel, turning the left toe out. Bending and straightening that left leg a few times. So if we keep a deep bend in the knee, usually there's less strain in the back. If we choose to straighten the leg, again, the joint stays soft because we don't want to lock out the knee. That can cause damage to the knee over time. For back pain, keep the knee bent. And if you want to dig a little more into that hip stretch, straighten the leg more. Push back into that right hip. Slide that left arm out, palm facing down. Imagine that you're attempting to reach your left armpit over the left knee. At some point, letting that left hand come down to the left leg, anywhere above or below the knee, avoiding any pressure on the kneecap, the patella itself. Moving into that more traditional expression of triangle, let's take our right hand to the low back. Inhale, drawing that right shoulder back, looking up over the right shoulder, and then maybe reaching that right arm up. So this is our very traditional Iyengar and Ashtanga triangle. Now, as an alternative to be kind to the neck, maybe look down. We do have a little more time here in the pose to experiment. We could even close our eyes, noticing if that changes the way the body is balancing. Press into the inside blades of the feet and pull the muscles up in your pelvic floor region. A urethral squeeze. One more big inhale. And exhale. Lower the top arm. Push off of that left leg, little bend in the left knee. Rising up. From here, turning the left toe in. Let's inch our feet in towards each other and then kick off the legs. Finding any standing position, just an easy forward fold flow to get those hips and low back lubricated and to prevent decompression. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Hips go back, hands go to the thighs or shins, alleviating any pressure in the joints, decompressing the back. Bending the knees, inhale, reverse, swan dive, lengthen the spine, circle the arms up. Exhale, swan diving down again. Not only working with strengthening the hips, the back, and the spine, but also this is managing blood pressure. Deeply bending the knees, up about halfway, push into the feet, inhale up. Just one more, exhale down. Easy does it, knees are softly bent, head is relaxed. Reverse swan dive, inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now just sweeping the arms only. Inhale, sweep it around, and then press the palms to the heart, working with those shoulders and chest. Inhale, reach, option to exaggerate the back bend. Exhale, relax. One more, inhale, big reach. Exhale, palms to the heart. From here, inhale, open up, palms behind us. Pulling those shoulders back. Maybe act surprised. Just 1, 2, 3. Nice big surprise. So we're activating the muscles deep around the ribs. They're called intercostals and serratus muscles. They work with the function of the diaphragm, breathing muscles. Big inhale into the center of the chest. Bow out the chest. Hang the head back if it feels okay on the neck. Exhale, come to center. 2 more like that. Big inhale. Pull it up. Open the throat. It's like a standing fish pose. Exhale, relax. Just 1 more. Big breath in. And then exhale forward. Relax those hands off. From here, in closing, just a quick energy and breath work to help just sort of give us that sense of peace, but also to stay vibrant energetically. Act like you're scooping in towards your body. You're gonna scoop. Inhale, scoop the arms over your head. Big breath in. Pause and then exhale. And press it out. 2 more like that. Scoop in, inhale. And then exhale. Inhaling. And then exhale. Now to help rid us of any excessive stress today, there is a mantra, a positive thing we can say with that movement. This is it. As we scoop, inhale, what's mine is mine. And then exhale, what's yours is yours. In case we're carrying anyone's stress with us today. 1 more, inhale. What's mine is mine. Pause, exhale. What's yours is yours. So making sure that we brush off any extra stress that could be coming from places or reasons outside of our control. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Namaste. I will see you next week. Have a beautiful day.